back to A Link to the Past. In the last part, we did this dungeon, and in this part, we're still on this dungeon.
You know what the thing
More
though?
grabby handsman.
You know what is
All
a thing?
masters.
Ah!
Uh.
I just dropped my phone.
Oh no.
But the thing is, I'm not using my phone. My phone's just on my desk, and I like moved my hand just because I talk with my hands, and I actually just punched my phone off my desk.
I feel that.
That's what Evan's like. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, going off the Chrono Trigger talk that I was talking about before, I just saw this post that, and it says, in the year of our Lord and Savior, 2018, and it shows, like, the Steam page for Chrono Trigger, where it says all reviews mostly negative because it's a bad port.
Uh-oh.
And then right next to it is a, Weeb RPG that came out on the same day, also just a Steam port. It was PS4 exclusive beforehand. That says, very positive.
Well,
I know that Weeb RPG. I like that Weeb RPG. I am never playing it for Smash Team games.
oh.
Now, I have a good reason for that. It's like one of those games that's like so dialogue heavy that you're spending more time watching the cutscenes than doing any of the gameplay.
Oh.
And it's not very good for this show. If I'm gonna do anything with that series, I'm gonna live stream it.
That's fair. That reminds me of, I was talking with, Zach. And he's telling me about Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Because I never played Metal Gear.
Metal Gear is another example of that, yes, except it's not an
And
RPG
it was like,
series.
it was like, oh yeah, the newest Metal Gear wasn't super cutscene heavy compared to the old ones. And I was like, oh really? How many cutscenes were in it? And he was like, yeah, out of like 7 hours of gameplay, there was only like 5 hours of cutscenes. And I was like, wait a minute. Hold on, I'm like really new to this concept, and I'm like, this is not, what? Hold on.
Yeah.
This is not video games.
Yeah, on the contrary, despite what I said before, we are, like, and I had brought this up before, we are doing a Metal Gear marathon, eventually.
Will we live?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Oh, are you thinking because of all the cutscenes?
We are leaving all the cutscenes. Like, Metal Gear is, like, pretty bare without its story.
That's fair.
It's, like, super, like, it's, like, very immersive in its plot. Although it's also ridiculously complicated and sometimes very difficult to understand. But, you know, it's enjoyable. It's got characters that we all love. I also, like, have a goal to, just play every game that has had some representation in Super Smash Bros.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good, I mean, that's a lot of video wiggles.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But I mean, you know, it's just like, but I mean, it's like, so, like, I mean, part of that goal is just so that, like, when we do end up doing, like, stuff for Smash is, like, single-player mode and whatnot, like, even Carrie can be like, oh, hey, it's that thing from that series we did.
Yes!
Because, I mean, you've made comments about your memory and whatnot, but you do seem to recognize things on sight.
Yes. I may not know too much about it from memory, but at least I can recognize it and get a good feeling, you know?
Yeah, like for example, Newport City is a stage in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yeah.
Now, imagine if you saw that without having played the game like the rest of us did.
Wow, I know. I feel so honored that I got to see Mother 3 play through it before, like, having it spoiled by Smash Bros.
In addition to that, you should also be happy that you saw the Mother series completely in order, because most people see Mother 2 first.
I am very happy about that.
People just, like, take Gygus for, like, just a terrifying alien thing in Mother 2 just because of that. They don't know what he was like before until they eventually play Mother 1, like, afterwards.
Mhm.
But I mean, that's what happens when the first game in the series isn't released in the US.
Right? Seriously.
I mean, it has been by now, but it took until 2015 for it to leave Japan.
Yeah, that's quite a long time after it was first
And
released.
I mean, unlike Mother 3, that wasn't a fan translation. The game was officially translated, it's just it didn't get released.
Mm-hmm.
The reason for this being that it was like 1990 at this point, and all eyes were on the SNES.
Yeah.
So to have like an NES game released when the SNES was like brand spanking new, like they didn't see that as financially viable. It's probably the same reason why we never got Mother 3 outside of Japan, because that was released in 2006 and the DS had been out for 2 years. You know what? Actually, I just realized something. Something that's not a very pleasant thought. The Game Boy Advance came out in 2002, and the DS came out 2 years later.
Yeah.
That bugs me, actually.
It's very weird how short-lived the console was.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because it feels like it had such a vast lineup as well.
I mean,
but then again, like, now that I
it was a good handheld, I thought.
Now that I think about it, like, outside of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, which is an RPG spin-off, there is not a single mainline Mario game on that system.
Yeah?
There's just that one RPG, and then there's ports of NES games.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, like, surprises me how short-lived it was. Also, there were 3 mainline Sonic games released on that as well, so that's another thing.
Were...
Game Boy
Yeah.
Advance, right?
Yeah, Game Boy Advance.
I loved Game Boy Advance. That's basically where I played all my games in my childhood. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a pretty good console. Like,
I loved it.
I remember, like, going to school and not having one because my mom didn't like handhelds, and then getting upset because literally everybody was playing Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh, yeah.
that's not an exaggeration. Everyone was playing those.
Like, Will and I went to the same school. We both know what that was like.
Yeah, and I also played it. Like, everybody.
Oh,
Well,
you
actually, no.
West Side folk.
At that point in time, we didn't go to the same school.
Yeah, we did.
Nope.
Oh, I was talking about our second elementary school. Or my second elementary school. Your third, I'm assuming.
I don't remember. It's been a lot.
Our last elementary school.
Yeah, no, I didn't play Ruby and Sapphire after that point. I had lost it before I moved.
Oh, yeah.
I had Leaf Green still. I don't know where Sapphire went. I was really mad about that. I woke up one morning and I was like, I was doing something, and so like that morning I like put it on my nightstand, and I looked at it and I was like, I'll play you when I get back. Like, I actually thought that. And I was like, all right, neat. And so we went and we did the thing. I came back a couple hours later. And it was gone.
If
And
you
I
ain't
was
gonna
like-
play me, don't complain when I try to split. I can't believe I just quoted Family Guy.
I was like, where did it go? And so I was like looking everywhere and I couldn't find it.
Hmm.
And then like, we moved like 4 months later, something like that. And so my parents were like, Will, don't worry about it. You'll find it when you move. And I was like, well, first of all, that's 4 months. That's a million years for me, because I was like 7.
Yeah.
You were like 7.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like almost.
Oh,
I
just-
exaggerated a bit.
It sounded
Uh,
normal from my perspective.
Oh, it sounded
Anyway.
a little muffled. I think I exaggerated a bit.
So, you go up the ladder instantly, no. And then we moved and I didn't find it.
Oh.
And I never found it. And that's one thing. When I die, and then God will be like, hey dude, you can ask me a question. And I'll be like, where the fuck did Sapphire go?
I was just
Like,
imagining
of all
that.
the questions I could know, that's what I want.
I
That's
was just
it.
imagining like that episode of Simpsons, that Halloween special, like when they end up like everyone dies and they all end up in heaven, and I'm just imagining like God coming up to you is like, "Well, it's time you got what's coming to you." Your Pokemon game.
Oh yeah, I'm like, hey.
The original line being Homer's frisbee, which was a running gag in that episode.
Oh
He lo-
yeah.
Like he kept talking about how he lost his frisbee and whatnot, and then at the very end of that segment, when they're all dead, God's just like, and Homer killed them all. I should point out, it's like, Homer Simpson,
Was that the
it's
one
time
where
you got
Homer-
what's coming to you, your frisbee.
That's the one where Homer became like a celebrity killer, right?
No, this one's older
okay.
than that.
Oh, okay.
It's the plot was that Flanders was hit in the head with a bowling ball, and now he can foresee people's deaths.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I remember that one. It's hard to remember like individual gags sometimes.
Well, I'm
I
special.
also haven't seen most Simpsons episodes. Although people who watch The Simpsons like know a lot. Like I remember one time I was like, "Oh,
You were like,
killed
"Oh."
him."
Well,
Anyway, I was talking with a wow. I was talking with a friend, and I was like, "Hey, in this house we follow the laws of thermodynamics," and he's like, "Oh, I love that episode." Wow, did you really just do that
Yeah, I did.
on purpose?
No. But yeah, I get like, I'm able to like pinpoint certain gags with certain episodes a lot, but again, I'm kind of a special case in that my memory is like inhumanly good.
oh my goodness, his memory. It's like he stole it from me.
did.
And so he has like double memory.
Double
remember
memory.
Remember that conspiracy we thought of, where Carrie is actually, or Evan is actually just Carrie in disguise?
Oh yeah.
That's probably Carrie's just focusing so much on making Evan's memory good that Carrie lost all of her memory.
Yeah. Because I
That's great.
actually am just Carrie in disguise.
You and me in disguise. Oh man, that's great. Good stuff.
You know what else
Good
is
stuff,
great?
my
Link
friends.
is dead.
That's not great.
That's not great.
And that was
Unless
actually
you're
a
goth,
game over,
goth
so
goths like death, right? I don't know. I'm not goth.
that was actually a game over, so yeah, I need to do
Jeez.
this room again.
When life gives you lemons.
Well, when
Eat
life
the
gives you
lemons.
lemons, do. He's dead.
I like
now.
how when you hit it, it like goes like, ah, God, like it like kind of like winces.
Yeah, killing them actually doesn't do much because they will appear again anyway.
So that's actually the worst.
Yeah. No, wall masters are just everywhere in this dungeon. Like, can you imagine dealing with all the usual shenanigans of a Zelda dungeon, but this guy is just, like, on your tail for the whole game?
That'd be a little obnoxious.
It's like the Amy stages in Sonic Adventure 1, but you have to do, like, a bunch of puzzles.
Oh,
Well,
you got him.
Got him!
got him.
I'm trying to use the lamp here like I normally would, but I'm supposed to use the fire rod, but I'm an idiot, so, you know.
Same.
That's like my way of describing it. My professor asked the class, who was emperor when Jesus was born? And a kid responded, Palpatine.
Oof. Oh, dude, in one of my classes today, we were discussing like grammar shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And we were given the scroll text
Ha, Will believes
from
in
Star
grammar.
Wars Episode 3, but it was worded so poorly. It's in my kitchen. I don't have it right now. But
Hey, yo.
next time on Smash Team Games, it'll be.
We still have
we'll
4
just-
minutes left in the episode.
I know.
Smash Team Games, I'll be back. I gotta peace out early.
Oh,
sorry, folks.
It's not
Next time on
8
Smash Team Games.
yet.
I literally have to go. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean? It is 8.
It's
Bye.
7:59.
I'm sorry.
Bye,
You're the worst,
Sherry.
Evan.
Have fun, friends. You can do it. I believe in you. I love you. Bye.
See you later.
Okay, so
So I'm only gonna say chicken is the worst.
no. This is the first Just Evan and Will episode ever.
Is it?
To be honest,
Yeah.
I don't like doing just 2 people commentaries anymore. This is kind of weird
No, I
for
feel it. I
2
feel it.
reasons. How do you feel about this game, Will?
Sometimes I dream about cheese.
Wow, you haven't said that in a while.
You know. Video games are video games.
Yeah. I swear, this is like that one kind of trope where you see like the 2 characters in a group who never interact with each. Oh, hey, it's Mothra.
Oh, and then they're left by themselves. That's not
Yeah.
Mothra.
It's a moth, and it's big, so therefore it's Mothra. I don't make the rules.
Says you.
Says me.
You're actually the Illuminati, Evan. Come on, get over yourself.
Hey, Will. You're dumb.
No.
Oh, okay. So, see, this is actually like coming off as like genuinely awkward here because like
It's not that awkward. Like, you and I are actually the closest out of, like, the whole group. Actually, maybe not. But we've known each other for the longest.
yeah, we have, but I mean like our commentary's kind of coming off as awkward here, and you're kind of busy with your thing.
You know why? It's just because I'm the funniest person you'll ever meet.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just really good at being funny.
I'm only funny when it comes to scripted stuff.
Well, that guy had a blast. Wait, didn't he just pick up a
Got
heart? I was, like,
blast.
looking away.
Yeah, I picked up the heart container because he beat the boss, like every Zelda game.
But you're holding a gem now.
Yeah, well, that's something else I needed to grab.
Oh. It's an octahedron.
You're an octahedron. Yeah, because
just
of you, I can
inaccurate.
escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Do you know the prophecy of the Great Cataclysm? This is the way I heard it. Oh, I didn't know that would be on the test. If a person who gets the heart gets the Triforce destined to appear, he must face the lone person of the Great Cataclysm. If the evil one destroys the hero, nothing can save the world from the wicked reign. Only a person of the Knights of Hyrule who protect the royalty of Hyrule can become the hero. You are of their bloodline, aren't you? Then you must rescue Zelda without fail. Do you understand?
You
No.
must not fuck up. Dude, I remember when I would play Pokemon and it'd be like, "Hey, did you get all that?" And I would like earnestly answer no, and then they would say the whole dialogue again,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, "Oh God, this is not what I wanted."
Kind of reminds me like in Mother 2 when Buzz dies and it's like, by the way, I'm almost dead, but did you want to hear that again?
Yeah. And you're like, "Wait, I thought you were dying."
Oh no, you know, it's fine. I got a few hours actually.
Yeah, you just like sit there infinitely. It's
Yeah.
like they made an AI play a video game. It was like a board game, and eventually it determined that the best move that it could do was to just not make a move, and you're like, "Oh, the best way to secure not losing is to just not play." And the computer like figured that out.
That's kind of like the equivalent to flipping the table, though.
Yes. Well, computers are assholes.
Next time on Smash Team Games, the computer decides to be an asshole. Bye.